And welcome to this brief course introducing the E-India Learning Track to help viewers achieve their A+ certification. We'll start in this module by describing just what that certification means and how it fits into your overall plan to build credentials for a career in information technology. Now, the A+ certification is the preferred performance-based qualifying credential for technical support and IT operational roles according to the organization that manages it, CompTIA. In fact, A+ is the first certification that many IT professionals ever receive. It's been around for over 25 years at this point and has been awarded to over 1 million applicants during that time. Now, this matters because the certification has become well known by IT employers. When you're looking for a job, and you have the A+ after your name, most companies know that that's a real credential. It's also a vendor-neutral credential in the sense that it doesn't promote any particular hardware or software vendor, and although the exams do recognize and reflect the prominence of Microsoft Windows in the corporate world, they also include limited content on Apple operating systems, Linux, and Android. And because Apple operating systems only run on Apple hardware, the exams do cover Macs, iPhones, and iPads. I think it's fair to say that the A+ exams try to reflect the hardware and software that a technical support professional is likely to see in real life, and that's part of the certification's relevance and appeal. Now, the A+ certification requires that you take and pass 2 separate exams, so it's a bit of a commitment. If you just pass one exam and not the other, you don't get any sort of credential. By the way, this is not necessarily unusual. You'll find that many IT certifications require passing multiple exams. Now, I mentioned that CompTIA is the organization that manages the exams in the A+ certification program, but what is it exactly? The name is short for Computer Technology Industry Association, a non-profit trade association that manages certification programs, technical education programs, and also lobbies for legislation helpful to the IT industry, and engages in philanthropic efforts. CompTIA is based in a Chicago suburb, but has international offices all over the world. A+ certification is known for focusing on practical skills rather than academic or theoretical ones. Topics such as security, networking, troubleshooting, cloud computing, and virtualization are all front and center in these tests. You would not pursue this certification if you're planning a career as a coder or developer, or if you want to be a computer science professor one day. It's really focused on the day-to-day work of an IT technician in a business environment. Now, one reason the A+ certification receives respect by employers is that it is accredited by international organizations. The ISO, or International Standards Organization, is a worldwide standard-setting group headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, and ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, is the USA's representative to ISO. CompTIA has been accredited by ANSI for compliance with the ISO standard that applies to operating a certification body or organization, and CompTIA must maintain certain quality levels in order to maintain that accreditation. Okay, well, that's a bit of background on CompTIA and the A+ certification. Who might benefit from this credential? Well, anyone wishing to be hired on by a company that requires it, certainly, but more broadly, anyone pursuing a career in tech support, for example, as a help desk analyst or desktop support technician. Field service technicians will also find the credential helpful, as will those who aspire to being a network engineer or a documentation specialist in IT. I should mention that there is a more basic exam from CompTIA called IT Fundamentals Plus, which is designed for middle school and high school students thinking about IT as a career. Now, if you're out of high school, you might also consider this test if you've had work in a different field and are thinking of getting into IT. Speaking of the exams, here's an overview of them. We'll take a closer look in a few moments. They have nicknames, Core 1, and numbers, 220 to 1001. So, starting with the Core 1 exam, the major knowledge domains are mobile devices, networking, hardware, virtualization and cloud computing, and network and hardware troubleshooting. The Core 2 exam covers operating systems, security, software troubleshooting, and operational procedures. The table gives you the relative weighting of each topic by percentage according to CompTIA, but that doesn't necessarily tell you how much time you should spend on each subject. Everybody has different experience, and some of you may have little IT experience at all. One aspect of these exams is that they have a certain amount of duplication of subject matter. That is, some content crops up in both tests. In our eIndia courses, we try to stay very close to the CompTIA topic outlines, meaning that our videos have a certain amount of overlap too. However, with 3 different authors, you'll get different takes on the subject matter, which will help reinforce it. Now by the way, it's wise not to wait too long between taking the 2 tests. Acknowledging that some of the content is duplicative, you'll benefit from having the first exam content at the top of your mind when you take the second, whichever order you take them in. Now looking past the A+ exam for a few moments, CompTIA offers more specialized certification exams in networking and security, as well as certifications in infrastructure topics, cloud, Linux, and server. Depending on your desired career path, any of these might be of interest after you get through the A+. And the IT world offers many company-centered certifications too. Microsoft, of course, is a dominant player in corporations, and there are a variety of Microsoft certifications covering the company's operating systems, such as the Microsoft Technical Associate, an entry-level certification, the Microsoft Certified Solutions Associate or MCSA, which is more advanced, involves multiple exams, the Microsoft Certified Solutions Expert or MCSE, even more advanced and specific, which builds on the MCSA, and Microsoft Certified Solutions Developer or MCSD, which also builds on the MCSA but with a focus on software development. Microsoft also offers newer role-based certifications that focus on specific job roles such as Microsoft 365 Certified Modern Desktop Administrator or Microsoft Certified Azure Administrator. Now Cisco is another hugely important vendor whose communications devices manage most of the traffic on the internet and in corporate networks. The Cisco Certified Entry Network Technician is the entry-level credential followed in order of increasing difficulty by Cisco Certified Network Associate, Cisco Certified Network Professional, and Cisco Certified Internetwork Expert. VMware provides virtualization certification programs, as does Oracle on the database side. So there are many certifications available depending on your interest, experience, and desired career path. Whichever way you go, I encourage you not to stop at the A+ certification. Not only do certifications help your resume and possibly your salary, they also help you stay informed about recent developments in IT. Well, next, let's take a quick look at what's new with the 2019 refresh of the A+ exam regime. Thanks for watching our video. For more videos, please take 1 second and press the button below, like, subscribe, and bell icon.